Hey, this is Irvin Griffin, and gotta tell it like it is on this one. First off, all these videos of people going crazy over EBT. I am disappointed how the majority of them are black. Going on here acting a fool makes me wonder if how real they are or not. But nevertheless, it continues to push the stereotype and the lie about black and Latinos and all them taking all the welfare. Even though the majority of welfare and EBT recipients are actually Caucasian or actually white. And even though it's this whole government shutdown concerning that part of it is hitting the white folks just as hard, if not harder, because they're the ones that are the majority of the recipients. And let me say this man that's up in front right now, this guy, if you voted for him back in November, you're getting what you paid for. Because he said it. Go back and listen to some of his campaign promises. He said one of the things he was going to do was this very thing. He said it. So he's actually fulfilling his promise. He said he was going to do this. And let me say this. I feel bad for the children, people who are legitimately disabled, and elderly folks. I feel bad for them. But able-bodied people, I don't care what race and color they are or what gender they are. Able-bodied people who could still work, who could still actually earn a living, but choose to stay on government assistance for majority of their lives and pass it on to generations and generations. And yeah, this goes on with white folks just as much as black folks. But that's a whole nother story about why that won't ever be put out there. But if you're able-bodied, I got no sympathy for you. I have sympathy for your kids because they didn't have a say or voted for this. I have sympathy for your kids. I do not have sympathy for you because you kept popping them out and looking at them basically as living, breathing paychecks. And yeah, this goes on, like I said, just as much as the black community. This goes on in the white community too. They just don't talk about it as much. But again, that's a whole nother discussion about why. That's a whole nother discussion. But I'll say this. If you voted for this man, you got what you paid for. If you didn't vote for either candidate or even an alternate candidate this past November, in other words, because there was a bigger number of people who did not vote in the last election at all. If you did not vote at all and you're feeling this, I have even less sympathy for you. Even less. Because in a sense, you allowed this to happen. So I have no sympathy for you. None. You voted for this man up on the screen. I have no sympathy for you. If you didn't vote at all, you didn't even vote for an alternate candidate. You didn't vote last election. I have even less sympathy for you if you're in this situation. Now, getting back on camera, let me say this. Those of y'all that's hollering about, well, if I don't have my benefits, I'm going to go up in there, load up and steal, and nobody better ever say, really? You're going to get on camera and say that? How big of a dummy are you? You just basically just handed the prosecution evidence. They just handed you not only whatever evidence they get from the store you choose to steal at, Not only from that, they find this video. Oh, that's a wrap. Then who gonna take care of your kids? Just saying, think a little bit. And yeah, you talk about, well, I'm gonna have my man up in there who's probably just as big a loser as you. Well, I'm gonna have my man up in there. He'll knock you out one punch. Yeah, and then he gonna be in jail along with you. If your man had any sense, he'd be like, baby, I'm gonna go up in here and rob. We need to go to out. And you'd be like, oh yeah, well, okay, baby. If he's smart, he gonna be like, I gotta find me something else to do that day. For real. Or if he's really up there and bold, he gonna be like, it'll be you, yourself, and you. I ain't going up in there going back to jail. But yeah, seriously. Y'all try to make a permanent solution to something that could be temporary. Just saying. Or it could be a sign from somewhere that y'all need to actually get off, break this generational welfare, and actually find you a job or find you a legal hustle. You really do. And it ain't just, they're showing mostly black folks tripping out and a few Latinos, but no, there's white people that's tripping out about this too. Like I said earlier in the video, white folks are the majority of the welfare recipients, but yeah, you won't hear about that from the mainstream media really. They're gonna keep pushing black, brown, Latino, and all them, but they ain't gonna really put out there who the majority of them is. And don't think some of them will not do it. And let me tell you something, you doing nothing but cutting your own throat. Because let me tell you something, these stores, they will pull up out of here in a minute. Especially the big ones like Kroger, like Walmart. No, they'll shut their stores down. Then what? They'll shut their stores down. And believe me, if you have to go to the local market, there's some that work up in there that have no problem being strapped if you try to steal from their store. None that have no problem whatsoever. You aren't entitled. I hate to tell y'all this. You aren't entitled to anything. It's cats like me that choose to work a 9 to 5, more or less. Actually, I get up around 3:30 in the morning, but I choose to work an actual job. And I'm paying taxes. And part of those taxes go to feed freeloaders like these folks that feel entitled to government benefits. And I hate to say it, but sort of with President Trump on this. Oh, it hurts me to say that though. I'm sort of with him on this. Because why should I have to pay? Now, if you're somebody that's receiving benefits that legitimately need them, like somebody that's disabled, not some BS reason they put on the paper that, we check you out and you're legitimately disabled, or if you're like old and really can't do much, or if you're somebody like that, yeah, I feel bad for. Or I feel bad for children because honestly, they can't help that their parents are a bunch of dummies. And I'm being nice. I'm really being nice saying that. They can't help it that their parents are dummies. Because I see cats all the time that I know are able-bodied. They be in the store. They actually get one of them, even though the fat asses need to be walking, but they actually got the nerve to get in a cart. Those motorized carts for actual handicapped disabled people. They got the nerve to get in them cars to be rolling and shopping. And these are the same cats that be on the welfare, that be on the EBT, that will not get off of it because they see it as free food. To me, why am I paying benefits into something that I will never probably take advantage of. Like, for example, at one point, I'm doing all right now, but at one point during my career, I was just above the level needed to qualify for food stamps at one point. And I was actually working. Taxes take it out and all. I was actually working. And I'm just above. Hey, I know. I will still go to work. But shoot, just give me at least $1,000 a month just in food. Hell yeah, I would have took that. Just for the groceries, yeah, I would have made sure I was good. I would make sure I was good every month. Just give me the rest. Just give me my regular paycheck to take care of bills and stuff. I'm good. And I could have had that. I'm good. But instead, I didn't qualify for that, which I never went out for, but I just looked it up and just did a comparison. I didn't qualify for it because I made too much money, quote unquote. Meanwhile, these fools that actually can work, but choose to get on SSI or whatever they call it, EBT, whatever they call it, all because they see it as free benefits. They're getting like the phone I'm doing this on now. They be getting that for free and everything. And I'm like, really? And now they're talking about, well, don't get mad at me because you choose to be stupid and I choose to play it smart. Well, who's really the smart one now? Just saying. Who's really the smart one now? Because when they choose to cut that off, and then, even if they get the government back on, they probably got rules in place to continue to keep you off. So you better figure out a legal hustle or start putting in a job application. Oh, and yeah, stop pumping out babies just so you can get paid. Now you got a bunch of kids that you probably didn't even want in the first place. You can't make no money off of them. Now, for people that legitimately need to get on there, but was working to get themselves off of that, no, I commend y'all. I got nothing against y'all. Or if you're in the middle of that type of situation and this is happening, no, you folks is who I feel bad for. But folks that have been freeloading for 30, 20, 30, 40, and then passed it on to that, and now that generation's doing it, you folks, nah. No sympathy whatsoever. And this one, except for the brief picture I had President Trump up, I had to just come on and just show my face on this one. Nah. And honestly, there's other things with this government I'm more worried about than this, because for some of y'all, like I said, some of y'all that legitimately need it, I feel bad for y'all. But for the ones that have just been freeloading off of it, this is your wake-up call, man. That's all I got to say really on this. Oh, one other thing. Y'all been pumping out kids to have these babies? No, it's called grow up, be an adult, keep your legs closed and your pants up, or if you must have it, if you must have the sexual healing, learn to use some birth control. Learn to use a condom. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it takes away the fit. Yeah, but you want the na-na, don't you? Well, you want the na-na, but don't want the kids, and you really don't. Don't. Learn to use a condom, or at least make sure that woman's on birth control before you let the sexual healing begin. I understand. I like some myself, but I knew how to use a condom. Or I knew how to make sure she was on some birth control before the freaky deaky began. Anyway, I'm going to end on that note. I'm out. Thanks for listening.